In gaming news this week, Microsoft came out with a great new controller. Shenmue 3 was delayed to 2019, and there's some pretty big Battlefield 5 news.
First up this week, in their latest earnings report, Take-Two Interactive announced they had shipped 95 million copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 worldwide. CEO Strauss Zelnick announced the milestone and announced they are planning much more content for GTA Online. Take-Two also confirmed they would be attending E3, but they wouldn't be showing any new products. Zelnick said Take-Two's publishing arm 2K Games had decided to delay a mysterious but highly anticipated title. The game which Zelnick is referring to has never been announced, but it has been mentioned in several earnings reports over the last year. Zelnick told investors the highly anticipated title from one of 2K's biggest franchises, which had been planned for release during the current fiscal year, is now planned for launch during fiscal 2020 to allow for additional development time. We remain as excited as ever about this title and expect it to enhance our results next fiscal year. GTA now approaching the milestone of 100 million copies sold. Pretty much last time we saw it was 85 million copies. Now it's 95 million copies sold. It seems like this thing has got legs. I don't know why I ended it like that, but
it almost sounds like we're hot tipping it. Like, I'll tell you what, keep an eye on this GTA 5. It's going to go somewhere. The other big news there, of course, is that 2K has pushed back their big franchise game, which was due out to come up at some point this year, to next year. And that kind of lines up with recent news we had this week from Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford, who says that they're not going to be showing Borderlands 3 at E3 this year. Apparently he told a room full of journalists that, so that kind of matches up, and that would potentially put to bed any hope of Borderlands 3 coming out this year or being shown at E3. So that kind of lines up there for me. Is it Borderlands 3, this game that's been pushed back? When you add those two things together,
it makes a little bit of sense. And it's like that people are scared of releasing their games at the end of this year. More of that to come in a minute. But why would they be scared of releasing games at the end of the year? It's like some awesome new games coming or something.
Also this week, EA has confirmed the next Battlefield game will be revealed next week on May the 23rd. Battlefield 5 will be shown off during a live stream next week hosted by The Daily Show's Trevor Noah and members of the development team. In the run-up to the reveal, DICE made a blog post dropping some hints about what we might expect to see. The company confirmed quite a few things. There will be a new setting, there'll be large-scale multiplayer, unmatched graphics and sound for immersive gameplay, new game modes, the return of the War Stories campaign, and exciting gameplay changes. The Battlefield 5 live reveal will take place on May 23rd at 9 PM UK time. I am looking forward to this. I'm interested to see what they've got to say. I'm a pretty big Battlefield fan, I'll be honest. When it comes to shooters, that has always been my shooter of choice. I was a big fan of Bad Company and stuff, and I played Battlefield 1 for a while, so I always have faith in DICE as a developer that because of some of their games that they've made in the past have just been phenomenal in certain departments, sound design, just large-scale battles and stuff. So I'll always be really interested in what they've got to show off, and hopefully we'll get to see a good chunk of gameplay here and no microtransactions, hopefully.
Next up this week, after being leaked earlier in the week, Microsoft have officially unveiled the new Xbox Adaptive Controller. Designed in collaboration with gaming charities, the Adaptive Controller is designed as an affordable solution for gamers with limited mobility. Xbox boss Phil Spencer described the project as being years in the making and explained how the controller will be able to cater to the needs of individual gamers. Spencer said, "Our goal was to make the device as adaptable as possible, so gamers can create a setup that works for them in a way that is plug and play, extensible and affordable." The Adaptive Controller features two large buttons which can be remapped to act as any of the standard Xbox controller's buttons. The controller also features plug and play inputs so it can be used with other accessibility devices already on the market. It will cost $99 in the US and a worldwide release is expected to follow.
I absolutely love this. I was excited when they first showed it off. I was thinking, how's it going to work? And I hadn't read anything about it, but I think the adaptability thing that's how it's going to function. That's the main thrust of it. Having those two big buttons that can function for anyone with all kinds of disabilities, that's great to begin with. And then you've got this huge amount of customization that you can just add stuff in. You can control it by blowing air into stuff and whatever. Any way to get people playing games is brilliant. Things have moved on in the last few years in terms of like colorblind options and stuff like that in menus. This is a great step forward, I think, and congratulations to Microsoft for making it work and for coming out with an actual product. That's cool. And also this week, publisher THQ Nordic reported a 673% increase in net sales for Q1 2018 after their acquisition of the Koch Media Group and its publishing division Deep Silver. THQ posted earnings of $25.9 million, up 439% compared to the same period last year. Excluding revenue and income from Koch Media, THQ's net sales were up by 64% to $15.5 million.
Sorry, can I just stop you 1 second there? People might put us under the cosh for the way that you pronounce
It's definitely Koch, isn't it?
Well, I
In the report, CEO Lars Wingefors said Koch Media is by far our largest acquisition to date. With this transaction, we took a great step forward to further build a diversified, substantial and relevant player within the growing games industry. However, it's also worth saying that despite their great year, THQ Nordic recently announced they would delay the release of their tentpole game Metro Exodus, which now won't have to go head-to-head with Red Dead Redemption 2. Everyone is fleeing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Seems like it, yeah.
You know, Call of Duty might be the biggest kind of recurring franchise, annual franchise or whatever, and one of the biggest entertainment properties. But when Rockstar brings out a game, even Call of Duty moves. Call of Duty's been November the 3rd, November the 2nd, something like that, every single year for years. Not this year, because Red Dead Redemption 2 is happening. I mean, that's big, isn't it? What is that?
Huge.
Run for your lives. There's going to be nothing coming out in in the end of this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be months of nothing, and then Red Dead Redemption 2.
And in other publisher news, Deep Silver have confirmed Shenmue 3 will no longer be released in 2018. It's also been pushed back to 2019. In a statement on Deep Silver's website, the publisher said the extra time will be used to polish the quality of the game even further to the high standards it deserves and release the product in the best possible time frame. Shenmue 3 has been in development since 2015 after it was successfully kickstarted to the tune of $6 million. Yeah, another game fleeing the Red Dead Redemption series, probably for different reasons, to be fair on this one. The last trailer that we saw was criticised for its no facial kind of expressions at all. A bit like
Shenmue 2.
Was that where
Shenmue 2.
Was it like that? Was it like that? Yeah.
Well, it just didn't look like it moved on.
I was going to say Mass Effect Andromeda because the
too.
Yeah, there was all that stink about Mass Effect Andromeda, and then they released the trailer to this, and everyone was like, "Ha, that looks shit." So they probably pushed it back to fix all that shit. I'm sure it'll be a great game. I played Shenmue. I'm not saying the game will look shit. It'll probably be very good.
All these games seem to be fleeing from Red Dead Redemption 2 in terms of the release window. Can you think of any other game that would do that to the entire AAA games industry? Let us know what you think it is down in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. There's another video right there which you can watch right now if you want, and a link to Patreon if you want to support the channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.